Hi everyone, welcome to Developing Success. This is Neha Agarwal. So recently Makhana Board of India has been set up and Makhana is being considered as a superfood as it is a good source of protein also, majorly the plant-based protein. Apart from that, India is the largest producer of Makhana in the world. So we will be covering the aspects of current affairs here. Also, we will be covering GS paper 3, food processing industry, GI tag, and all the related issue in regard to this particular crop also, and also in regard to the Makhana board. So let's begin with the lecture. So first of all, recently in September 2025, the Makhana Board of India has been set up in Bihar. Okay, so this Union Budget 25-26 already announced it, but the starting of the board has been done in the September 2025. So this is how the Makhana plants looks like. These are called water lilies, and in the water lilies we have the seed which is black color, and then this black color seed is processed, and finally this white color makhana is received by us. The black color is of the black color of the seed actually gives the name to the crop as black diamond also. Okay, so this makhana board is set up to promote the crop more in the international market, to do away with the middlemen, and to help the farmers get their good value, because this is one of the most good crops where the weight loss industry is also promoting it. Okay, so moving further, we get to know that how is makhana produced, what is the temperature required, what are the areas we need to know that, because when a crop is so important that a particular national board has been set up because of it, so it becomes important for us to read all the aspects around it. So first of all, the makhana is commonly known as foxnut. See, it is a very interesting thing. The plant is known as water lily. In the water lily we have the seeds are of black color, and then this black color seed is popped and it is known as lava. This lava is known as white colored makhana. In English we call it fox nut, but it is not a nut. So a lot of confusion is there in regard to its name and in regard to its production, but you need to remember that in English it is known as foxnut, Hindi we call it makhana. The plant from which it is extracted is known as the water lily. Okay, so it is found in the freshwater ponds, in the wetlands, and the areas which are receiving great rainfall, but they have swamps, and those swamps are freshwater lakes or ponds or wetlands. There only these kind of standing water lilies grow, and from those standing water lilies we can produce the makhanas. Okay, so they are very famously found in the South and Southeast Asia. So apart from India, you can see the production in Bangladesh, in Sri Lanka, in Nepal, and also in South Korea and Japan. And then it is known as the black diamond because of the black color seed. And climatic conditions of makhana cultivation is, you need tropical and subtropical regions where the water depth should be 4 to 6 feet. So because of the 4 to 6 feet deep, the plant actually take the roots in the underground of the water body, and then it grows. And the optimum temperature will be around 20 to 35 degrees Celsius year round, and 100 to 250 cm rainfall. This rainfall also supports rice cultivation, if you remember. So wherever rice is found and wherever we have plain land and wherever the pond like structure is present, the makhanas can grow. Moving on to the discussion further, what is the importance? So as I told you that they are called lava. So the white colored thing is known as lava. They are a very important and versatile snacks because they have carbohydrates, they have protein, and they have essential minerals. Okay, so what are the health benefits of makhana? So number one, that it is a very good source of fiber. So when it is very good source of fiber, it will help you in digestion. Second, it is very good guilt free snacking. So instead of having bhujiyas and instead of having biscuits which are loaded with sugar and which are deep fried, you can have makhanas if you are very health conscious. Apart from that, a long healthy life also is needed, which this crop supports. And then it is a great plant based protein. So as we all know, the weight loss industry is booming, and everywhere to lose the weight, protein is very much talked about these days. And to include protein in every meal is one of the fads or populist measures which is going on. So it is a plant based protein source, which is very important. And then it is also packed with essential minerals. So it is a kind of snack which promotes good minerals in your body, which gives good carbs, and also which gives a significant amount of protein. Got it? And in 2022, Mithila Makhana, so Mithila is a region of North Bihar, which is the Upper Ganga Valley, or we can also call it North Bihar Plains. I'll show you on the map. So Mithila Makhana was conferred the GI tag. Okay. So whenever a product receives GI tag, this tag remains for 10 years, and after 10 years we need to renew it. Okay. Why do we need to renew it? Because to maintain the authenticity. So whatever process of making, whatever good things of having this crop is maintained or not in the next 10 years is seen, and then the new renewal to the GI tag is being given. Now, why this Makhana board has been set up in Bihar? The answer to this question is 90% of the world's production is catered by only Bihar, not India also. So in India, the other states which are producing Makhana is West Bengal, Odisha, Assam, Manipur, okay, some areas of Nagaland, Tripura, these states where we have 100 to 250 cm rainfall, where we have stagnant freshwater ponds and lakes and wetlands. But all these states totally produce 10% of the Makhana. 90% of the Makhana is produced in the Bihar state. That is why the Makhana board has been set up by government of India in Bihar. Apart from that, the states of the districts of Bihar, which is actually having the Makhana production, is number one is Sitamarhi, second is Madhubani, third is Darbhanga, fourth is Saharsa, fifth is Supal, sixth is Madhepura, seventh is Araria, eighth is Purnia, ninth is Kishanganj, and 10th is Katihar. So these are the 10 states majorly which are growing Makhanas, and they all are situated in the river valleys. So what are the rivers? So we have Kosi coming down, we have Gandak coming down, we have Buri Gandak coming down, we have Bagmati coming down. Okay, so Gandak, Buri Gandak, Bagmati, Kosi, these are some of the important rivers. Apart from that, you need to know that Bihar is divided by river Ganga in two halves. So exactly the river Ganga flows like this. So the upper Bihar part is known as the Mithila Plains, and the lower Bihar part is known as the Magad Plains. Okay, so if you get a question in the examination that Makhana is a product of Mithilanchal or Magad or Mithila, you need to answer likewise. Makhana is not grown in Bihar in the Magad area. It is only grown in the Mithilanchal area. Okay, so these are the important districts. Apart from this, you need to know that four districts account for 80% of the production. And what are those four districts? We have Madhubani, we have Darbhanga, and we have Purnia and Katihar. These are the four districts, major districts, where 80% of production is done. Another 20% is done in the rest of the districts. So Madhubani, Darbhanga, Purnia, and Katihar. These are all the important districts when we talk about the production. So this is how the map of Bihar looks like. We just studied about the Ganga River. So this is the Ganga River, which divides the Bihar into two halves. The upper half is known as the Mithila Plains. The southern half is known as the Magad Plains. So the river Ganga, we have some left bank tributaries and we have some right bank tributaries. The left bank tributaries are Gandak, Buri Gandak, Bagmati, Kosi. And the right bank tributaries are Son, Punpun, and we have Ajay, Damodar. So these are the right bank tributaries. And Bihar is like this, loaded with rivers, but you have the northeast region which is supporting the Makhana production, and this is how the Makhana map looks like. So as you can see, Sitamarhi, Darbhanga, Madhubani, Saharsa, Madhepura, Supaul, Araria, Purnia, Kishanganj, Katihar. And the four important districts which you need to remember is Purnia, Katihar, Madhubani, and Darbhanga. These are the four important districts which you need to remember in regard to the Makhana production. And this is the Ganga Valley map. So क्योंकि हम कर ही रहे हैं मखाना का production, mapping, everything, so you need to know the Ganga river also in Bihar. So this is how the Ganga river flows. So from Uttar Pradesh it enters into Bihar, and from Bihar it goes to Jharkhand and finally into West Bengal. More than 80% of the water from West Bengal goes to Bangladesh. The rest of the water goes into the southern part of the Bengal known as Hooghly River. So this is the Ganga River. The important left bank tributaries are Ghagra, Gandak, Buri Gandak, Bagmati, Kamla, and Kosi. And the important right bank tributaries are Son, Punpun, Falgu, Kyul, Ajay, and Damodar in West Bengal. So this is Bihar, and this part, the upper part is known as Mithila Plains, the lower part is known as Magad Plains. Mithila is also known as Mithilanchal, and Makhana is a product of only Mithilanchal, not Magad. Okay, you need to remember all this. Now, what is the significance of the Makhana board? See, whenever a area is identified that this particular crop is prevalent only in this particular area, so that area needs to be developed. So if I talk about the Bihar state, it does not have farm mechanization yet. Apart from that, the farmers there do not know how to monetize the crop in terms of export orientation. So the Makhana board is made to introduce export infrastructure. Apart from that, to develop the food processing industry. Today, nearly 99% of the production of Makhana is labor intensive. But as we all know that labor intensive crops will do not scale much. So to have a good scale, you need to mechanize it. So export infrastructure is needed, and then food processing units are needed. So farmers will be trained. They will be made understood the importance of monetization, the importance of exports. They will be taught all this, and the infrastructure all in together will be built. That is why the Makhana board has been set up. Okay. Then additionally, farmers have been slow to adopt the high yielding varieties like the Swan Vaidehi, the Sabor Makhana, which has been done by the agricultural institutes. So that kind of education through the board will also be provided, so that the farmers take up the high yield variety seeds also. Okay. So the establishment will give a boost to the production. It will also give fair pay to the farmers, and because this plant based protein is gaining momentum in European market, in Asian markets, so it is actually a very good product for export also. Got it? So these are the things where the Makhana board is expected to work. Now, apart from that, the Makhana, the Mithila Makhana, is already having a GI tag which was given in 2022. So, what is the importance of GI tag? See, GI tag will give high income to the farmers because GI tag provides a authentication. Okay, so it can be taken into domestic and international market because it is having a geographical indication. So geographical indication gives the market access. It boosts the export also. So you can connect from here that it is already having a boost in the export thing from the GI tag. Now you don't have the export orientation. So this Makhana board will be giving the export orientation, and the GI tag will place them in the international market for exports. So this is how both the things are going to work for the Makhana to boost. Okay. Then the product is having authenticity is also GI tag facilitation. Then it reduces the middleman exploitation. Apart from that, there are some social and cultural benefits. The community, the Malla community, which is actually producing the Makhana, will get good, fair price. So that is how the support to the community will be given. The preserved culture will be there. So Makhana is their local product, and now it has gained momentum. So the preservation of heritage will be there. It will reduce migration. It will boost tourism also. So whenever you are getting work in your own state, especially states like Bihar, where you don't have proper jobs, and you can see a Bihari working in every state, because there is a lack of job creation in their own state. So that this will work in a minute scale to reduce migration, and it will promote tourism also, because these kind of farms can be visited, a tourism structure can be built to show that how these makhanas are produced. And finally is the investment will be invited. See, when an industrialist or a business person see a particular scope in particular crop, then only the investment comes. And finally research and development will be happening if the GI tag has been received. So already the focus on national research has been done by the National Makhana Research Center, which is located in Darbhanga. And Darbhanga is one of the important districts where the makhana is produced in those four districts. So this is how the GI tag is going to help. So what should we know? The Makhana board is set up in Bihar. The production is mainly in the Mithilanchal area in the 10 districts. The four main districts are Madhubani, Darbhanga, and Purnia and Katihar. These are the four major districts. 90% of the makhana production of the world comes from only one state in India, that is Bihar. Other states are producing also, that is West Bengal, Tripura, Manipur, and Odisha. The countries which are producing other than India are Bangladesh, we have Nepal, then we have South Korea, we have Japan, Sri Lanka. These are the countries because tropical climate is needed. Okay. And then you know that it has been given GI tag by the name of Mithila Makhana. The Makhana board has been set up. So this is the whole information which you need to know. Okay. See you in the next video. Thank you so much and take care.